Have you ever wondered why sex is so addictive to humans? Sit still, don't go anywhere, and listen to all this information that I have to give you right now. Israel once again from Injibs Cosmetics, hoping that you stay tuned to my beauty tips today. Why is sex so addictive to humans? Humans are funny creatures. Humans are weird creatures, and humans are creatures that were designed to be addicted to human nature is designed to be a habit. Humans are created of habits. They form habits. The human mind has been reprogrammed in a way that a human brain is like a hard drive from the computer. So the way the human mind is you can easily reprogram it. You can easily wipe off information that you don't need anymore on the mind, on the human brain. So the human brain, the idea of the human brain was got from the idea of the computer. If you know very well about the computer, the hardware of the computer, you will see that there is hardware, then there is software, and then there is memory which is the memory card, and then there is the hard drive which stores the information, and then there's a processor that processes the information. So you find that the idea of the human brain, basically the idea of the computer was got from the idea of human brain. It's not the other way around, because human was created and designed first before the computer. So human designed the computer. But you can get the idea. You do get the idea. The computer, the idea of the computer, the hard drive and the processor and everything was basically got from the human brain. Now a brain of a human can be reprogrammed. You can install new software on a human brain. The first 7 years of a child's life it's always the first 7 years that software is installed. Software is installed on the brain of a child. So everything that is when the child asks too much questions, when the child is hyper and asking and running around and inquisitive and asking all too much stuff, then that's the time that the child is really honestly putting information on his hard drive. So basically the hard drive or the brain is clear, no information that is put, no data, nothing. So basically what the child is doing is inquisitive and very curious and want to know, but he's busy adding information and storing information at the back of his mind. So then you find that human brain can be reprogrammed. It can be reprogrammed. That's why you find that when you've got bad habits, it's very easy to get rid of a habit, and it's very easy to get hooked on a habit, because it takes 21 days. It has been approved. It has been scientifically proven that it takes 21 days for a brain, for a human being to get into a habit. So basically a human being is all made up of habits. It's a habit. You wake up every morning, you wake up at 6 in the morning, you go take your breakfast at a certain time, then you from there you take your lunch, at 8 o'clock you take your dinner, you take it at 7 o'clock or 6, then at 8:30 or 9 o'clock you're in bed. So it's a habit. We are created of habits. So then you find that sex can become addictive. It can become addictive. Same way, it depends on what exactly you use. Why do you run to sex? Why do you use it? What is the reason behind having sex? So the people have sex for many reasons. The many reasons to have sex. Some have sex because it's their way, it's their place to run to offload their anger, their bitterness, and it's their gym. It's their gym to go and offload. Some use it as being bored. they are bored. If you are bored, then you start feeling horny, and you start feeling like you start wanna indulge, and when some have sex because they are bored. Some have sex because they take it as it's an addiction. They're addicted. They don't know why. They just don't know why. They just want. They can't have enough. They can't have enough. Now this is exactly what the topic is about. The topic is about why sex can be addictive, can be so addictive. Sex can be so addictive because sex can become a habit. Anything like I said, humans were made of habits. It's basically habits that shape our personalities. Habits make us. Habits make you. Your whole characteristics revolves around habits. You find that you are who you are because of what you do. You are who you are because of the way you're living, because of the things you do. And these things you do are created by habits. Like I said, you wake up in the morning at a certain time, you go to work, you come back from work, you make dinner, you go to bed. Same thing every morning, you'll do same thing. So if you're taken and put in another environment, or in some other condition, or if you're put somewhere else whereby your routine has been changed, or your routine has been tampered with, you'll find that even you won't feel like, say, when you go visit someone, when you go visit a strange place, you find that you've gone there to stay for a week, but you'll find that you'll only go to the toilet on the third or fourth day. Why? Because your routine has changed.
Just read it some.
You're gonna wear it so.
I can't, I like to
play around with it. So human beings are made of our characters, our personalities are made of habits. So sex can easily become, like I said, what is the reason why you're having sex? What's the reason behind it? Many people have sex because of different reasons. You find that someone is addicted, but what causes someone to be addicted to sex? Many things could cause that. Some people could be really damaged in their childhood when they were kids. Someone gets damaged, someone gets molested, someone gets physically abused, someone gets sexually abused. People are damaged. People who get addicted to stuff, usually there is a cause behind it, and that cause, usually the cause could be damaged. There could be a damage, could be violence, could be fear, could be anxiety, could be depression. All these things could cause someone to run into addictions of many kinds. Addiction to like turning to substances, addictions like turning to alcohol, turning to sex, turning to, so you can turn to many things. Running to addictions like gambling, running to many things. There's several things that one could easily be addicted to and run to, simply because of the damage and the life experience that they go through. So therefore, that's the reason why sex can be addictive. It could be very easily addictive, but then now we need to know exactly what causes sex to be addictive. Like I said, people have been damaged. You find that someone ends up having issues with commitments and settling down and having one partner and having, because it all begins with when someone doesn't want to settle down, someone doesn't want to get one person to have sex with, you. Someone doesn't, it's usually because they've been hurt, they've been damaged, they've been tormented, they've been sexually molested, they hate every idea of having sex. But then now remember, the brain on top here hates the idea of sex, but then the body at the bottom here is demanding for sex. Then you find that the connection, someone loses connection disappears in a way, in a sense that they fail to connect it. Sex is a brain. Sex is an emotional workout. It's an emotional job. It's an emotional act. It's an emotional act. Your brain has to be focused. Your brain has to be, like, say, you will never turn on. You will never, for men, you will never get hard. You will never get stiff. You will never, if your brain is not focused. If your brain is not focused. For women will never turn on. They will never become horny. They won't turn on. They will never turn on if the brain is all over the show. If it's all over, if she's falling apart, she will never turn on. That's why women, in order to seduce a woman, you can't just put a woman in 2 seconds like this and she's turned on. It's a process. It's a process that takes days. In order to turn on a woman, you need to do a lot of things. You need to start doing things, hours before. It could even be days before. In order to put, so sex has everything to do with focus and brain. The brain has to be calm. That's why you find when someone is having sex from anger, with bitterness, taking it out. Many people have sex because they're taking it out. It's their punching bag. They're using it as a punching bag. Especially people who are addicted, they use it as a punching bag. Then you find that such people violently have sex with their partners. They're violent. They clap them, they fight, they have sex while fighting. Some even do this, right? They start flirting in a fighting way. She wants to be beaten first. She wants to be clapped and smacked first. You have to smack her first. Then after she cries and screams, then you should go. You must go ahead and hold her tight, and then you have sex with her, and then you hit her, and then you spank her, and then people are into such stuff. Now, those are behaviors of addiction. Those are behaviors, acts of addiction. When they are addicted, those are the behaviors, sexual behaviors. I've got many videos about sexual behaviors, but then now you need to know exactly that these things happen simply because people are hurting. People are struggling emotionally. People are struggling. People are hurting. You find that someone has been damaged. Someone has been physically, spiritually, sexually. People have been hurt. People have been disappointed.
Is your hairline damaged from all the chemicals applied? Do you braid your hair too tight? Are you wearing a wig every day? Injibs Cosmetics hair care range is the answer. Injibs range restores your hairline, moisturizing hair while giving it back its shine and elasticity. Injibs hair care range has a variety of products including hair food, weave and braid stays, shampoos and many more. Find Injibs at your nearest cosmetic store at an affordable price. Restore your hair back to its natural condition today. When it comes to a woman who cherishes her beauty, a little bit of attention takes her a long way. Looking elegant, beautiful and stylish puts that puzzle together, but there's that one piece missing, and only to realize that Injibs is the answer. Answer.
Disappointed. You find someone has been in 4 marriages, is a divorcee 4 times, and she really sits there and she looks at sex, and the sex doesn't make sense to her. Sex is something that doesn't really honestly make sense to her. It's all for nothing. It's all up for nothing. It's all energy draining and all that. She sits and she looks, and she's wasting years. She's wasting years that she's wasted down her drain with this guy, with this man, and she's walked away with nothing. She's walked away. He's taken away basically her whole life has been taken away. He's wasted her life. So people look at sex differently, and then you find that when this person goes out there, like I said, the brain will be will be disconnected from the physical body that wants it. But then now the brain doesn't want sex, doesn't. But then now the body, now then you get to these people who have to go. And I've got a video about sexual gratification, whereby I mentioned what is sexual gratification, that it was having sex for a gratitude, having sex to get back something, to be paid back a favor, to be paid back, to be paid back with money, to be paid back with things, So gratification came from the word gratitude, whereby you have to do something in return to pay you with gratitude. So you find that people expose their bodies to, they sell their bodies, they sell their souls into prostitution, into many sexual acts, simply because they've been hurt. You find that people who, every person who gives away their body in the act of in return for things, you find it sexual gratification. You find that people who participate in such sexual acts are people who've been hurt, who've been damaged. No woman on earth will go and sell her body if she's living a good life, if she's happy with herself, if she's these people they hate themselves, they hate the life they're living, they hate the bit of sex, of love, making love. These people don't make love. They do not make love. They don't make love. They don't make love. They have sex, gang bang sex. They don't make love. They don't make love. You find that they simply because sex doesn't make sense to them. Sex is nothing. Sex is useless. Sex, you just sell what you have to get what you want. Sell what you have, because the body, sex doesn't finish. Your organs, the vagina won't it won't wear out. The vagina will not be worn out. It will stay forever and ever. That doesn't finish. But then they forget that there are STDs. You could easily come back not only pregnant, but you can come back with STDs. There's many STDs like HIV, AIDS, STDs like gonorrhea, syphilis, and all that kind of stuff. Like, well, let's say syphilis. Let me explain to you about syphilis, right? Syphilis, everybody's born with syphilis, but a different amount of syphilis. And then you find that those who have, you see, syphilis is one of the diseases like polio and measles. When a baby is being vaccinated, those are the things that they vaccinate. So every child is born with these things. Every child is born with polio. Every child is born with syphilis. Every child is born with measles. So a child has to get vaccines in order to vaccinate those diseases. But then you find that syphilis is down there in the blood. So then when the syphilis level in a woman or in a man, if a syphilis level is very high, extremely high, you find that the woman's vagina will have wounds and sores, and will be bleeding, and will be having how do you call it, the white, the sputum. It will be having sputum. So then you find that their souls is starting to rot, and it starts to smell, and so that's what syphilis does. Syphilis affects different areas on the body. Syphilis can go onto the head, the sores on the scalp, and the sores are always bleeding. And then you find syphilis can touch you on the skin, on the body. Your skin, you've got marks, you've got dark marks. Your skin, it's got dark marks and dark spots. So then you find syphilis can go, and for women it can manifest, it can appear on their vaginas, and then you find the vaginas got sores, the vagina bleeds all the time, such stuff. So now when a man sleeps with a woman who's got syphilis, you find who's been affected by, whose syphilis is down there in the vagina, you find that that's an STD. He can easily contrast.
Is your hairstylist telling you the whole truth about hair growing secrets and maintenance? In fact, Injibs hair product is the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Injibs product maintains weaves, Brazilian and human hair extensions. Is your wedding coming soon but your hairline is a total mess? What kind of a party, event or function are you soon attending? Injibs product is the real deal when it comes to restoring damaged hairline. Find Injibs products at New Look Cosmetics in Epping Industrial, Cape Town, where they supply a variety of wholesale hair products. Find Injibs products at Jabula Cosmetics in the Golden Acre, Cape Town. Find Injibs products at A to Z Amani Cosmetics in Mowbray, Cape Town. Don't forget your Injibs products for your next hairdo. Remember, Injibs hair product is the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Contrast, even if his syphilis levels are very, very, very low, it never manifests on the skin or on the body. But then you find that she will infect him with syphilis. Then you find that he catches an STD. But then some of this stuff, you need to be very careful when you're going out there to have sex. That's what I'm saying. Sex. Back to the topic. Sex can be addictive. It can be addictive, but make sure that you go through your personal issues. Deal with your personal issues. If you don't want to have a violent sex comes from when you are addicted to it. You just want it and it's about you and you don't care about the partner or your partner or your recipient. Sex is a both ways. It's a both ways. Both of you have to enjoy it. Both of you, there is a giver. Both of you are givers and both of you are receivers. Both of you. You need to make sure to I've got videos about how to teaching you how to have sex, good sex, healthy sex. You need to make sure that you it's not only about you. You need to get your orgasm, or you need to arrive, or you need to come together. Make sure, guys, don't just come for the sake of arriving, for the sake of ejaculating. Don't just ejaculate. Wait on your partner. Make sure, find the spots find the triggers, find the switches of your partner. Find the switches of your partner. Now hit on those spots, hit on those switches, turn on those switches, and then hit on those spots. Whenever you hit on those spots, get her switches, learn her. Communication is important, and you, woman, tell your man where your switches are. Tell him that this turns you on, or that turns you on, or sucking your breasts turns you on, or this turns you on. Know his spots. Know his spots, and then tell him, just as you know his switches, let him know your switches. Let him know you. Let him know what makes you arrive, what gives you an orgasm. Let him know. Let him know. So then both of you together should always arrive together. Make sure you arrive together. Men do not just arrive and then after you're done, you throw her aside. Most women have never even experienced anything like an orgasm. They've never had an orgasm in their lives. They've never, nothing. So guys, you need to show women that a woman can arrive, a woman can also have an orgasm. I will teach you next time I make a video. I will teach you how to help a woman to get her orgasm, and how to both of you, how you should have sex and both of you arrive at the same time, and make sure that both of you are satisfied. So if you're new to this channel, subscribe there at the bottom. Touch also the bell button next to it to receive a notification to every awesome video that I upload to YouTube just for you. Share this video if you have friends who really want to hear this information. Share it, and also like this video. Don't just walk away. Put a comment there at the bottom. Comment, and I will get back to you. I will reply to you. I will answer your questions, and I will make a video about anything that you request. Israel once again from Injibs Cosmetics, hoping that you stay tuned to my beauty tips today.